Welcome to the Cozy Posy Yarn Co. podcast. This is episode 2. And my name is Antonella, and I am from Weymouth, Nova Scotia. It's a rural, small fishing village northwest. We're very close to Digby and close to Yarmouth as well. If you don't know where Weymouth is, obviously it's kind of small, so not very many people know about it. But it's really beautiful here. We're very close to the sea, the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Bay of Fundy. It's really pretty here. I love it. We moved here from Ontario last year, and that's it. So I am probably going to be a hot mess. That's just the way I am. I'm going to try my best. And I have no idea what to say. I should probably write stuff down, right? But no, not me. I'm going to wing it. Okay, so this little podcast is basically about knitting, spinning, and anything else I get up to, other than, fiber, probably, don't do much. But I thought I could also, do little vloggy things, just because we live in such a beautiful area of the world. It would be nice to share it with you. Maybe I'll do, I did that on the last podcast. And the other thing too is that I'm not good at this editing stuff. I watch other podcasts and I'm kind of always blown away. How do they do that? How do they make their podcast look so awesome, but I don't have any editing skills, and I'm looking into how to do inserts and stuff like that. So because I'd like to do just suggestions of patterns that I'm loving, or and insert a photo of the pattern. But I don't know how to do that right now, but I'm gonna figure it out and it'll get better, I promise. So right now it's just basically gonna be me talking about things that I'm making. From what I understand, hauls, or not hauls, who's going to have a haul? I don't have the money for a haul, but if I have an acquisition of sorts, I will put that at the end, because I understand that not everybody loves that kind of stuff, and I don't blame you, because it's, especially in today's economy where everything is just so incredibly expensive. Inflation, so I get it. I very much get it, and I don't buy that much stuff either, so it's not going to be a huge sort of acquisition podcast. I might show stuff that I'm up to in the shop, just because I am a yarn dyer and I dye yarn and fiber. I'll put that also at the end for anyone who's interested in that. A little bit about me. I am living in Nova Scotia with my partner and my cat Winston, and I'm sure he'll make a couple of appearances. He's bird watching and chipmunk watching right now. He's so cute. I'm obsessed with him. That's it. I'm really boring, actually. I thought I had more to talk about myself, but I don't. Anyways, I will get into my FOs. I actually have FOs, and that's another thing. So I told myself, because casting things on is it's so much fun. There's it's kind of like a hit of dopamine, or just planning a new project. And I have some of that. I'm planning new projects, but I told myself that I'm not allowed to cast anything on although I did cast something on, until I finish some whips. So I did share some whips in my last podcast. But yeah, I'm not allowed to cast anything new on other than what I cast on a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. Not allowed to cast anything on until I finish a few things. And I've done really well. I think my last podcast was about 2 weeks ago and a few days. Yeah, I've done pretty good. So, okay. So since it's Socktober, I'm going to show you my sock. I thought I had another one. Oh, maybe I don't. I had another sock, but now keep in mind I cast these on like 2 or 3 years ago. So this is a pair of like Christmas socks. Like, yeah. I mean, I had like a holiday update in 2020 where I released some like holiday themed yarns and sock sets. So I really love mismatched socks. So, but I don't love weaving in the ends. That was like the amount of ends that I had to weave in for these socks was just outrageous. So yeah, I really love doing mismatched socks, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. Or if I do, I'll weave in the ends as I go. Okay. So, I don't remember. I think this was called maybe Cozy Cocoa or something like that. Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'm trying to hide my face, so there we go. So I did a red toe and a minty green heel, and then little stripies at the top. So when I do a sock, I don't really follow a pattern. I basically follow Emily's favorite sock, like the pattern, but I always do my own like toe and my own heel. It's not really my own. I just decrease until like 10. I have 10 stitches left on the toe, and I always do my decreases are basically just basic, I guess. So I knit one stitch and then I slip knit, because I really love this edging that it gives. It's really cool. So I do like a slip knit, a knit one, slip knit, and then knit two together, and then knit one, and then repeat. Yeah, and then I really love doing a 1x1 rib. And then I always do the fish lips kiss heel. And it fits me really nicely, so I enjoy that. Now the other thing is I don't wear my socks. And the reason I don't wear socks is because I'm very clumsy, and I find that hand knit socks are very, very slippery. So like a couple of times I've almost fallen downstairs. So yeah, I don't tend to wear my hand knit socks. I usually send them to my grandmother in Italy. I might actually send these to her because I think she would like them, because they're pink and she loves the color pink. So I might do that actually. I might put them in the mail. So that's the first sock. And then I did the opposite on the other one. So I did like a green toe, a red heel, and then I did the little stripies at the top. But yeah, so my favorite sock by Emily Foden, and then just my own sort of like heel and toe. Same with these ones. I showed you these. I was working on these the last episode. They're just mismatched socks. Made them kind of like a little mistake with this pair, but I didn't want to rip it out because that was just a lot of work. So I just went with it. I don't know, maybe I'll wear these myself, or I could always send them to my grandmother. I can't really give them to anyone just based on that little fudge, but yeah, so Emily Foden pattern. I followed the pattern, and then I did a fish lips kiss heel. Fish lips kiss heel. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. So prior to me learning how to do the fish lips kiss, which I thought was going to be so hard, just because when you get the pattern, it's a paid for pattern. I think it's like $1 US on Ravelry, and yeah, prior to me learning the fish lips kiss heel, I always did an afterthought heel. Well, I started off doing the gusset, the heel flap and gusset, but I was a little bit too fiddly for me. So then I discovered the afterthought heel. So I just follow the YouTube video by, I think it's, oh my gosh, why can't I remember now? Pink Knits. I'll put it over here. I'll put it down below. Yeah, so that's an afterthought heel, actually. Yeah. So Very Pink Knits. That's what I believe her her YouTube channel is. She's got some really good pointers on there. So if you're ever stuck and you need, you know, to learn how to do anything really, I would just check her YouTube out and see if she's got a video on it, whatever you're looking to figure out. But yeah, afterthought heel. So, but I don't like afterthought heels. No, I do actually. Andrea Mowry had a video on how she does. Hi. On how she does her afterthought heels, and she puts a lifeline in. So that's actually really helpful. So I did that on this pair, but not on the other pair I'm knitting. So it's been really difficult to pick up the stitches. Okay, so, oh yeah, I'll talk about that after. So I also finished the hat that I was working on. Yarn, oh, I'm so sorry. The yarn that I used, obviously, I mentioned this was like a sock set that I put together in 2020 and at the end of like December. And then these were just like scraps of my yarn as well. So this is also yarn dyed by me, and I think it turned out really good, but I don't think it's like, actually it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, I can't really, if I fold the brim, then it would be really, really small. Yeah. So I was thinking of gifting this to my niece. But actually I don't really look that bad in a hat. I think I look okay. Yeah, I'm actually gonna knit myself a hat. Actually I have a hat, but another hat, just a plain one. But so I just I didn't follow a pattern for this. I just cast on, I think I cast on like 96 stitches, and then I did 1x1 ribbing for, I don't know, a little bit under 4 inches, and then I just did stockinette in the round, and then I just cast off. I think I did like 96 stitches divided by 4, and I got like 28 stitches, so that's where I did my decreases. And I just did a slip slip knit and knit 2 together to get this pretty little thing here. Yeah, and this is a single ply yarn, and it's fingering weight, and I can't remember what sizing. I think I used a 3.5 needle for this. Yeah. This is just a new colorway from my newest collection, which I'm going to be dyeing very soon. I'm just waiting for the yarn to come. So I did like a pre-order, and that's that. And then the other thing that I've been knitting forever and I finally finished is this is called Palm Your Knits by Chelsea. She's knitting Tipsy on Instagram. I'll put full details below. Ooh, I'm having like a little allergy thing. And I knit this in Cozy Posy Yarn Co. yarn. This is a colorway called Magic. And I'm pretty sure this is my caramel apple colorway from another collection I did, like an autumn collection that I did. And it's basically a really cute t-shirt. It's really, really easy. It's a yoke. Is it a yoke? Yeah. Off the shoulders. It comes off the shoulders. And yeah, it was really fun. It was a really fun knit. And I'm going to gift this. So I use 3.5 needles. I think for both, actually, for both the ribbing and the body. I went off pattern by accident, so I just followed through with that. Yeah. So yeah, it's really cute. It's really fun. It's really fast. I mean, for someone who's not me, this should have taken me probably like maybe a couple of weeks to knit, just because it's like cropped. But it took me 2 years. So, but I'm getting my whips done. I'm really excited. I'm gonna gift all of these to the people that I had intended to knit them for. I mean, the top, not anything else. But and then I still have the sweater that I was working on, cardigan that I'm working on for my neighbor, who's been really, really kind to us. She actually invited us over so last weekend, Canada celebrated Thanksgiving, and she invited us over for dinner on Sunday, which was really, really nice. And we played cards with her daughter and her daughter's husband, and it was just a really nice time for my partner and I, because we're here by ourselves. We don't really have any family here. Our family's back in Ontario. And yeah, it was just really nice to hang out with people. So what else? Okay, so I'm going to talk about my whips that I didn't show you last time. And I did show you this one. I was working on it. I got a sleeve done. So this is Sunset Highway by Boylan Knitworks, Caitlin Hunter. And I was looking at the sweater, and I was going to rip it back just because, I don't know, I just didn't really want it for myself anymore. But then I thought, like, I was on the sleeve and I was doing the color work, and I thought, why would you do that? It's like so much work if I don't want it. Sorry, I just got a message. Anyways, I thought, like, you know, if you don't want it, you can always gift it. But I really do like it. The only thing I don't like about this sweater is that I guess Yeah, it's the fabric is puckering. So I'm just hoping that when I block it, it'll block out. I mean, it's actually not that bad. It's okay. I just really love this sweater. So I decided to stop knitting, to just rip out the color work on the sleeve because it was really puckering. I'm such a tight knitter, and I should have used a larger needle for the color work, but I didn't think about that. And then I was just kind of like, I don't want to fuss with, oh my gosh, I hope my neighbor's outside. I just hope she doesn't think I'm talking to myself. Hopefully she'll think I'm talking on the phone. But yeah, so I just thought that I could knit plain sleeves. And then I thought of so I basically made it a 3/4 inch sleeve. I mean, a lot of us have that issue where we're always pulling up our sleeves, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have to do that? And I didn't do that many decreases. I only did 3 because I didn't want tight sleeves. I wanted like a nice sort of loose sleeve. And what else did I do? Yeah, and I thought this would be kind of like really nice to like as a layering piece. So like I could have like a longer sleeve sweater underneath it for the winter, because I mean, I haven't been here for the winter, so I don't know what it's gonna be like, but the heating is different here than it is in Ontario. So like in Ontario, I was used to natural gas, and here we have like our wood stove and a heat pump, and I'm sure they're gonna work perfectly fine. We have to order some wood, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll be nice in the wintertime to have like a layering piece. So, and basically used Cozy Posy Yarn Co. yarn. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but I'm gonna do the same on this sleeve. Now, I don't know exactly what I did at the beginning of this sleeve because this has been on my needles for like 3 years, but it's for me, most likely. And I'm sure if I give this, the recipient won't complain, especially if like, you know, they're fairly similar. I'll just do like 3 decreases. That's why I kept the pins here. So I'll figure it out. I'm not worried. I'm not a big fussy person when it comes to knitting. Like if I make a mistake, I'll either rip back if I can't live with it, or I'll just live with it. So, but yeah, if I can finish this and the rest of my whips, then I can cast on new projects. I'm excited. So the other thing I'm working on is these socks have like been on my needle for, I'm gonna say like 5 years. It's been a long time. So I'm finally working on the Afterthought heel. I honestly, I don't remember. I think that this is yarn from Scrumptious Pearl. That's another thing I don't like about the Afterthought heel, is that it leaves holes. But it's okay, I can fix that. But I think this is called something berry, but I don't even know if she has these self-striping socks anymore. I haven't really checked, but I'm pretty sure this is by Scrumptious Pearl. And I feel like the camera's blowing this out a little bit. It's not as, I mean, the blue is bright, but this is a little, this warm gray brown is a little bit darker, but yeah. So I hopefully will finish this today, and if I'm not fiddling around with the second one as much as, like, I've been working on this for 2 days now because I keep making mistakes. I don't know how or why. I've been literally working on this for 2 nights, and I'm ready to just, I have to finish it. It'll make a nice gift, and I mean, they're pretty socks, so I'm gonna finish, but never doing an afterthought heel ever, ever, ever again. And if you love afterthought heels and they're your jam, that's really cool. I wish they were mine. But like I said, I really love the fish lips kiss heel. I thought I saw, I hope that's not a dead animal. It's just so awesome, and I love how you can do, I mean, you could do it all on one needle, like, and then you're done your sock, and that's it. It's like, if you're not like a two, what's it called? You know how you knit 2 socks at the same time? Like, if you do the fish lips kiss heel, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it goes by really, really fast. So, okay, the other thing I'm working on, and this is what I recently cast on, even though I told myself I wouldn't, is this yarn. So, the story behind this yarn is a friend of mine. So I am part of this group here in Weymouth. It's called Makers. It's a group that meets every Thursday. It's called Makers Night. And so I've met like some lovely people, makers, and one of them had this really awesome yarn on her needles, and she's knitting these really cool pair of socks. And I really, really, really wanted, it was a leaf, by the way, it was not an animal, thank goodness. I was on Google looking for this yarn that I really wanted, and I couldn't find it. It was really pretty. It had like this, I don't like blue, but it had this really pretty denim blue with this green, and it was just so lovely, and I wasn't able to find it. And she thought it was an opal yarn, but I couldn't find it. So I really needed a treat one Saturday, so I went to Yarmouth, and I went to the yarn shop in Yarmouth, and I looked around, and I really wanted to buy myself like an opal yarn, just because I had it in my head that I wanted to knit with opal yarn. So yeah, I found this really cute lion, like cats are like my jam. I love cats, I love lions. So yeah, I found a lion yarn by Opal. I don't know what the collection is. I'm gonna guess it's like wild animals. And it's, so this is 75% virgin wool. It's superwash, and 25% polyamide. And yeah, sorry, my throat is dry. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee in a second, but I finished one sock. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. Yeah, so it took me about, I don't know, 2-3 days to knit this, but it's also because I believe this yarn is a DK weight. So I'm using 2.75 circular needles, 9-inch circular needles, and these are the Knit Pro Zing, and I don't like them. I really don't like them, and I'll tell you why. I don't know if it's because I got like a lemon set of needles, but okay, so the yarn always gets snagged right here, and I don't like it. I think actually, you know what, it could just be this needle here, because this one here is fine. No, it's actually, there is like a little bit where it snags, but yeah, so I don't like these needles. I don't think I'll ever buy them again. Yeah, my preferred needle is, I mean, I'm curious though. I mean, it could just be that I got a bad product. So if you've ever used Knit Pro Zing, can you let me know if you have the same problem? Because it would be nice to just, you know, go to the yarn store and buy what I need instead of ordering online, which is totally fine. I don't mind doing that either. And I really love Chiagu. I love Chiagu needles. I love Haya, but my preference is the red lace. I think they're called red lace, or red Chiagu needles. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee, sorry. Sorry for that big slurp. Okay, so yeah. So really, really happy with this yarn. I love the fabric. I really love the fabric. I love that it's just very woolly. So I think I will wear these. Yeah. And hopefully I don't fall. But I really do love the fabric. And Socktober, like I just want to knit all the socks right now. So I have plans for other socks, which I probably won't, yeah, I'm not going to bore you with all that information just yet, but yeah, I'm really excited about socks. So yeah. And then I have another pair of socks that I'm working on, but I'm not enjoying the knit, so I just put them in a timeout for now. And if I finish the socks that I'm working on like currently that aren't on a timeout, I'm gonna cast on new socks because I have so much sock yarn that I want to use, and I think I'm gonna knit everybody in my family and friend group stuff for Christmas. I'm just gonna send out hand knits, and yeah, I think that's what I want to do this year. So I'm just gonna, I want to, so should I? No, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I plan on knitting once I finish this stuff and a couple of things, because if sorry. Okay, so I don't know if I want to like have a project or two on the needles. That would probably be the best thing, to just like kind of be monogamous, and then I'd finish things more quickly. Like I don't know if that would probably be the best idea, instead of having like castanitis all the time, casting on all these things and then just being overwhelmed by, you know, my projects. And then, you know, when you're casting all of these things on, you kind of sometimes fall out of love with what you're working on. I don't know. So, I don't know. I have to think about that. But yeah, maybe I'll just continue doing that. I'll have a sock and I'll have like a larger project. Maybe. But see, sometimes just like, you know, like I'll be knitting on something and then I'll put that aside and want to knit something else. Like sometimes I just want a mindless knit, but I also want to start knitting like textured garments. Like I really, really want to knit the Lena vest. I don't know who that's by. I will put that information down below. I saw it on Young Folk Knits podcast. Casey had knit it. I don't remember when she knit it, but it was beautiful. And I also want to start sewing like dresses and stuff, and I thought that could be like a really cute like vest to put over like a dress. I don't know. So I recently started dyeing with black walnuts. I have just been interested in natural dyeing, and so I dyed this really pretty yarn. This is actually, so back in 2020, I was thinking of, okay, I've always wanted to bring in a breed specific yarn. And it's just been really hard. It's been really hard to just source it, because I know that people can't spend a lot of money on yarn. And when it comes to like 50 gram skeins of yarn and you're like, you know, I don't know, it's just really hard because the price point is always so high. But I'm still looking, and I have some leads, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, this is, I had brought this in thinking that I could maybe, this is Julie Aslin's Nurtured Base, and it's so nice. The only other thing is that my customer base doesn't really like Aran weight yarn, and this is an Aran weight yarn. But it's really, really nice. And it is 100% fine wool. So it's a mix of Rambouillet, Targhee, and Merino. But I dyed this with black walnut, and it is stunning. So I thought this would make a really pretty Lana vest. But I'm actually going to gift this to a friend of mine. But I have some yarn. I have like 10 more hanks of this. So I'm soaking it right now, and I'm going to dye it with some more black walnuts. But why do I keep saying but? Yeah, so I'm really, really excited about the Lana vest. So that is something that I want to cast on as soon as possible. And the other thing I'm going to cast on is, this is a 70% wool and 30% mohair. I'm normally not good with mohair, but I think because this is a like a smaller amount of mohair, it doesn't really bug me as much as like dyeing like loads and loads of mohair yarn. That's why I stopped dyeing it, just because it was not, I didn't enjoy it, and it was making me not feel great. But I want to cast a sock on with this. So this I also dyed using black walnut, and yeah, I definitely am excited to cast on a pair of socks with that. And this I also dyed with black walnut. This is actually a skein of yarn from Tipsy farms in Ontario, and it is a single ply fingering weight yarn, and I believe it's 113 grams and like 400 yards. I'm not actually 100% positive about that, but yeah, I bought, they sell this yarn on their website. I'll put the information below, but I dyed it with black walnut, and I love the shade. It's almost like a peachy brown. I dyed two, but I'm going to gift one to my friend, and I'm going to make mitts with this. Can you believe I've never made a pair of mitts? Ever. So the other thing I dyed with black walnut was this. This is just a tiny amount of like Targhee. It's like a skinny combed top, and yeah, it's really cool. So I don't know, I might just throw that in my friend's package that I'm sending her. So anyways, yeah, that was not planned. I mean, it was planned. I wanted to show you that, but I forgot because I didn't write it down. And of course, this podcast is going to be a hot mess. I'm sorry. I'll get better. So anyways, those are things that I'm planning on knitting. Hopefully very, very, very soon. And hopefully next podcast in a couple of weeks, I'll have some more whips to show you. So I also wanted to share this, something that I got in the mail from a friend of mine. So a friend of mine, her name is Joan Ho, and she made a book. And I would love to knit. So that's the thing, like, ever since I started watching podcasts, recently, where have I been in the world? Like, where was my head? Because podcasts are awesome. I love all the podcasts that I watch, and I'm looking for more. So, yeah. Anyways, they all like knit these wonderful texture, just pretty things. But anyways, so I am into the cables now. I never used to be, and now I am. So really excited to knit. Actually, this vest here, minus the baubles, because I'm not a bauble fan, but look at this sweater. So if you guys are interested in this, I believe you can find this on Amazon. But check this out. Oh, I don't, oh, did I? No. Do I need to take that out? No. Yeah. Look at how cute she is. I'm just so excited for her. Yeah, I think I need to knit this vest actually. Is there a better photo of it? Oh, it's so, like, look at this sweater. Cardigan. Sorry, not sweater. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Could I do that? It just seems like a lot of cables, but I'm sure I could do that. Like, this stuff is just so good. Oh my gosh, look at this pink sweater. Look how pretty. Yeah, so Cable Knit Style by Joan Ho. So beautiful. If you're interested, I will link, I'll link it down below. So if you're interested, you can check it out. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. And I'm really thankful for a copy of it. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up now because I have lots of stuff to do, like we all do. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to those of you who watched my latest podcast, who commented. I really, really appreciate it. I know I'm hiding like my double chin. I just want to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. It is Wednesday, October the 11th, I believe. Or the 10th, I don't remember. I know I saw that I think it's the 11th today. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope that it's, I hope you're all doing well. I hope that, you have things to keep you busy. Yeah. And again, let me know down below what you're working on and how you feel about like your makes. Are you like a monogamous knitter or crocheter? Do you prefer to have one or two things on your needles, or do you prefer to have like like an insane amount of or just an overwhelming, overwhelming amount of projects on your needles? Yeah, so let me know below what you do and how you feel about your projects. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up before I start chatting, and like, I don't know why I do that. So anyways, bye. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.